guys, Dear Yoongi here, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought it would be a really cute idea to combine two of my interests, which are K-pop and Drag Race. A lot of people won't actually know that I do really enjoy RuPaul's Drag Race because I don't really make videos about it often. When I first created this channel, my plan was to do like half K-pop videos and half Drag Race videos, but I have found my feet more with K-pop videos, so to remain consistent, I have done mostly those. So today I am reconnecting with my would-be roots by combining the two. I'm going to be giving you guys a list of K-pop songs that I think could be used for lip syncs on Drag Race. For those who aren't aware, RuPaul's Drag Race is a competition show in which drag queens compete to be the next drag superstar. It originated in just America, but now they are a global franchise, and they have this specific thing in the show that's kind of always been there, and it's where the queens lip sync for their life, where they basically lip sync to a song competing against each other, and whoever gives the best performance wins. And they always pick songs that are really great to lip sync to. So I thought today I could share some songs that I think would be good lip sync songs from the K-pop world. I thought I would give a short description with each one as well. I'll try and keep it short and sweet, and hopefully you guys will see what I mean. Let's just start off with a few disclaimers as normal. This whole thing is entirely hypothetical. I am not saying these will ever happen or that these songs should be picked up by the franchise, because I understand the logistics behind that aren't very practical. We haven't really had many Korean queens come through Drag Race anyway, so for this to happen, this would require all the queens competing to speak Korean. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. We're going to start with number 1, Sistar's Shake It. Now, honorable mention actually for multiple Sistar songs, which I also could have included in this video, such as Touch My Body and Give It To Me. They have a lot of bops, but I thought Shake It would be best for kind of the idea of a lip sync song, which is mainly about dancing and giving the best performance you can. I think this song as well has the perfect pop format because it's so catchy, which would make it perfect to learn for a lip sync, and it's just really fun as well, so the queens would be able to enjoy themselves with it. Next up, we have I Am The Best by 21. Now, I know this song actually did have some success globally and in the West. I think it was used in an advert for something. So I remember this getting some radio airplay at the time, and therefore the American audiences will be familiar with this song if it was used in the Drag Race US series. And it's quite a popular K-pop song for non-K-pop fans, so it wouldn't be like a crazy idea to use this as a lip sync song. And hey, the whole point of the song is to tell people that you are the best and you think you're so much above everybody else. And that is what the whole idea of a lip sync is. You're trying to prove that you are the better contender. Next up, I'll Love You Forever if you remember this song, because I know a lot of people don't. It's Wiggle Wiggle by Hello Venus. Now, this song, aside from being such a bop, is probably the perfect low-key hoe anthem. It's just basically all about shaking your butt, and that's kind of the idea for lip sync. You know, it's fun, it's dancey, it focuses more on the performance rather than the lyrics, because even though a lip sync is about having the best lip sync performance, it's a lot about the performance aspect. Yes, it's important that you remember the words, but it's also more important that you put on a show. So the lip syncing should just come naturally. You're not even really focusing on that because you're more focused on giving the best performance possible. Next up, I feel like some people will not agree with me including this, but I will technically class it as a K-pop song because there are K-pop artists in it, and that is Pop Stars by KDA. This song again is kind of about showing the better side of yourself, and on Drag Race the whole idea is to prove that you are going to be the next drag superstar. So I like that this song kind of fits with the theme of that, and there are parts of this song that are predominantly in English as well, so hey, maybe this is one that they could consider for the show. No, I'm kidding. Even if they never did, I reckon this would be a really cute one to lip sync to, because it talks about how you go hard and how you're willing to be the best, and that again is everything that these lip syncs stand for. Next song I think has had many different names in its time as a song, but I think its actual official title is Roll Deep by Hyuna featuring Ilhoon from B2B. This song is also known as Because I'm God Girl, Cause I'm the Best, So I think you kind of get the idea of what the song's about based off that. This song is such a bop, and I can imagine it being so fun to perform to. Not to just regurgitate the title, but it's literally just about being the best. And it's such a, again, I don't want to say ho anthem because it sounds bad, but this list would be incomplete without a Hyuna bop, and I think this is probably the best one to put in place here. I also thought about including Bubble Pop and some of the old iconic ones, but I think this one makes most sense for what we're trying to put forward here. We're trying to leave it out all on stage, leave it all on the dance floor, and I think that's what best can be achieved with this song. Next song I want to include in this list is not like any of the others so far, so I think you would have to try and hear me out on this one, and that is Eyes, Nose, Lips by Taeyang. I think it's important to remember that a successful Drag Race lip sync song doesn't necessarily have to be a upbeat hype song in which you can dance and go crazy to. It's all about the performance aspect, whether that be in a lit or more relaxed way. And I think Eyes, Nose, Lips has so much to offer as a performance piece. If you even think about the music video, Taeyang is performing simply a lip sync to that song for the whole video, but it's so raw, deep, and emotional that you can take it to so many places without even doing much movement, and I think that would be the perfect thing for a queen to portray. There have been examples in the past of slower songs, and although they're not as well received with the audience, they do prove how many layers a queen can have to them and how she can pull off something that is not just dancing around and going crazy and doing tricks. I'm not gonna lie, I think this might be one of the ones in this whole list I've got that I'd be more interested to see because it's different. I actually have a lot of Western songs that I would love to hear them do on Drag Race as lip syncs, but they won't because they focus more on the dance performance side rather than the acting, dramatic, theatrical performance side, which is completely understandable. But it'd be interesting to see which queens can offer both rather than just one or the other. This next one I can practically picture on stage, and that is Gashina by Sunmi. We all know how great the performance is to this that Sunmi portrays, but I can definitely imagine a queen doing something along a similar line, even without knowing the choreography. Because I guess in this hypothetical world, the song maybe wouldn't have a choreography like in the Western world, when a lot of the songs the queens do don't have choreographies. I think the line in particular that makes me want to include this is where Sunmi says, "Can't nobody stop me now, try me." Because that's the whole thing about a lip sync, you know, you're trying to say like, you know, it's me versus you. You think you can get me? Try me, you know? Next song I would like to include in my list of Drag Race lip syncs is You Think by Girls' Generation. Again, I don't want to be repetitive and keep linking it back to the message of the song, but I do think these could be really important. A lot of the time, the message behind Drag Race lip sync songs is kind of about proving you're a boss, which is why I think this one would fit in perfectly here. The whole idea of this song is the girl saying, "Oh, you think you're really cool, huh? Well, you're not cooler than me." And the best thing about lip syncs is that it's kind of like a 1v1 most of the time. So it could be as if they're addressing the other queen or just everyone in general who wants to hate on them, etc. Because I'm sure the queens face a lot of that. It's kind of just like saying, "I know I'm cool and you can't touch me," and then exuding that confidence on stage. And I feel like this is a song that would really be helpful to achieve that, because the whole chorus, again, it's repetitive and catchy, but it'd be so much fun to turn a performance to, because you're not focusing on learning the lyrics, you're focusing on putting the performance out. You think you're real cool. You think you're real cool. I know this entire thing is hypothetical, however, the next one would make sense to do in the real world in my opinion. And that is What a Man by IOI. Now, I'm sure a lot of us are aware the original sample for the chorus, you know the lyrics, "What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man," is actually sampled from the original song. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Say it again now. So it's a song that we are very familiar with here in the Western world. So therefore, a lip sync to this version wouldn't be a crazy idea. You know how I said there's a lot of Drag Race lip sync songs that are about proving you're cool and proving you're the best and that you're above all the competition? There's also a lot of lip sync songs that are kind of love songs as well, because they still fit the performance aspect, and this is a prime example of that. It's kind of talking about how cool a man he is. And you know what? You could take this in so many directions. I feel like this song, hear me out guys, because you know I'm picturing it in my head again. I feel like this would work really well for a comedy queen who's trying to, you know, talk about how he's a good man and like what a good man, and like she could really play it off to be like a funny performance piece on a more comedic side rather than being like, you know, he's a cool man and just dancing around. I feel like that's one of those comments that you have to have watched Drag Race to understand. So if any of my viewers are watching this video right now just to be supportive and don't understand what I'm talking about, thank you so much. And last but not least for this video, the last song I would like to include in my Drag Race lip syncs, for part 1 anyway, is Wanna Be by ITZY. Now, of course, the lyrics behind this song are pretty much about how you don't want to be anyone else, you just want to be yourself. And I think that's the perfect message to put forward for a lip sync song, how you're basically on stage saying, here's me, here I am, I'm doing this lip sync as me, and I can't change for nobody. And I think that's a really great performance side to put across, because you're showing the judges your lip sync style and how you perform, so it makes perfect sense to tell them, this is me with the lyrics and this is who I am. Of course as well, it's super fun and catchy, so I think the song builds really well from the verses to the chorus, and not to sound really lame, but that will work really well for the production team in editing because they can edit to the perfect parts of the verse building to the chorus. Did that make any sense? I really hope so. Does any of this video make sense? Okay guys, and that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. I know a lot of my viewers probably aren't fans of Drag Race, so I'm not sure how well this video will translate across to them. Maybe it will reach a completely different audience than my normal videos. Please feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video and if it's the sort of thing you'd like to see again. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can be the first to hear whenever I upload. I also have a Twitter. My username will be on screen. It's just Dear Yoongi, like my name here. If you'd like to give that a follow, I always follow back fellow K-pop stans, so let's be friends. And that's everything for this video, guys. So I will see you next time. Bye, guys.